We're now here with weather forecaster Kyle Gillette. Now, Kyle, I won't be trick-or-treating tomorrow, but a lot of kids will.
Yep.
So how is the weather going to be for that?
I got some bad news.
Figured.
Cold. let's just list them off here. Cold, windy, rainy, and unfortunately, our first chance of snowfall actually occurs on Halloween this year. So,
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This wasn't news. But I will have all those important details for you coming up after the break. So be sure to stay tuned. We have been in and out of the rain showers today, and it has been chilly too. Taking a look at it right now, you can see those rain showers are moving across earlier this afternoon. Right now, we've got a couple more showers starting to pop up down near to our southwest. We're going to keep an eye on those as we move throughout the rest of the evening, and then overnight, we're going to be stuck in those rain showers for much of tomorrow as well. Some breaking weather headlines we got to talk about right now. Watches and warnings, our very first winter weather advisory for the season. That is going to go until Friday at 8 a.m. We've got some snow on the way tomorrow night. I'll have more on that, of course. And you can see that Mount Pleasant here in Isabella County and Clare County are under those advisories. I'm not entirely sure if we'll see those advisories come out for Midland and Gratiot counties, but they very well could, and so we'll keep you updated on that, of course. So for the future cast, this is very important. Come on over and take a look here. We've got the rain showers that are moving through right now, and you can see those will continue throughout the evening. Now, take a look at the model, 8:30 in the morning. I do not think that we will see this snow tomorrow morning. I think we're going to be a tad too warm. If we do see any snow tomorrow morning, it might just be flakes, okay? Just flakes tomorrow morning, but for the most part, we're going to be in that rain. So then as we move throughout the afternoon, I know that it keeps trying to show the snow, but I think for the most part during the day, it's going to be rain. But once we get towards the evening, right when you're about to go head out to trick or treat, that's when we've got this risk for snow to start coming down as the system moves out. Cold air is going to come down the backside, and that's when we've got this risk for snow, and that's going to last throughout most of the evening. So by 8:30 p.m., I know it starts to move out a little fast. I think that we're still going to be able to hang on to some of this snow a little bit longer till around 11 or midnight, but then right after that moves on out by 8 a.m. Friday morning. You might see some of that snow on the ground, but for the most part by midday, I think the snow will be melted off. The ground is still relatively warm. And by your morning commute here, you can see just clouds throughout the area, maybe a couple of showers farther to the north, but I think that we're going to be dry by the morning commute tomorrow. No snow to worry about then. For the forecast snowfall here, you can see most of Michigan is around an inch. I think that across the north you might get a little bit higher to around 2 or 3 inches, but for us you can see an inch across most of these areas, close to an inch that is. I think that our model here might be a tad light, especially if we get some really cold air coming in tomorrow night. So for the snow totals for us, around an inch for the most part, and that's going to be, on the grass, on roofs, on cars. I don't think we're going to see too much snowfall on roadways, so of course keep an eye out for it, but I think we're going to be okay in that aspect. But up to 2 inches is going to be possible locally if you can get into some of that heavier snowfall tomorrow night. We're going to be dealing with some rain the next couple of days as well, and you can see, again, around an inch for total rainfall across all of the area here. We've got lots of rain on the way tonight and tomorrow. And so we've talked about the rain, talked about the snow. Now let's talk about the temperatures. Wind chill, this is tomorrow morning as you're heading out tomorrow morning. It's 26 degrees for the wind chill in Mount Pleasant and Alma, a little bit warmer over there in Midland, not much. And then over in Clare, again, it's going to be colder as well. Moving throughout the day, they'll warm up a tad when those temperatures warm up, but right around that trick-or-treating time, 25 degrees, 24 degrees, 25 degrees, and again, cooler in Clare as well. It is going to be cold, so probably not going to see many costumes tomorrow night unless they're over the winter coat. So make sure the kids are bundled up tomorrow. And then for the lows tomorrow night at 2:30 a.m. Friday, you can see getting way down into the low 20s, for that wind chill. So if you actually plan on going hunting Friday morning, you're going to really want to be bundled up, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the day planner for tomorrow. As you can see here, we start out in the rain. Rain for most of the day. We're going to start cool in the 30s. We are going to be hitting 40 if we're lucky, okay? This is if we're lucky in the low 40s. And then as we get into the afternoon, hanging in the 40s, but right around that trick-or-treating time, we start to get cold. So make sure the kids are bundled up. I will have more, another hourly planner on Halloween coming up in the second portion of the show. But you can see those snowflakes start to come in around 6 and 9 tomorrow night. I will have that full forecast for you coming up later in the show. I'm now going to throw it back to Megan. Now, you're probably wondering, Kyle, where in the world's your Halloween costume? Everybody else is dressed up. I would like to say that I had one planned, but it didn't work out, which is kind of sad. But I'm able to make it up with these super cool graphics. Let's take a look at your Halloween forecast. Starting out, make sure that the kids are smart and safe, of course, like always. But it's a scary forecast, both because it's the forecast for Halloween and because it involves snow, and we know that it's too early for snow. Now, looking at the general forecast, cold temperatures, gusty winds, and that rain and snow, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the numbers now. We can see by 6 p.m. that rain is starting to mix in with some snow, and the temperature's around 35 degrees. So from the start, kids are going to need bundled up hats, gloves, winter coats. You're not going to need the boots. It's not going to be that. You're not going to see that much snow, but it is going to be wet out there, so make sure that the kids are prepared for that. And then throughout the next couple of hours, if the kids decide they want to make it all the way till 8 o'clock, those temperatures are going to get down to around 33 degrees and much colder as the night goes on. Let's take a look at how much snowfall we are looking at here. Around an inch for the most part across our area. I'm thinking around an inch for the most, and then maybe up to 2 inches, especially over towards Clare and farther up into Clare County. I think that's the best chance for those higher snowfall totals. So for the takeaways, I want you to make sure that you got cold, wet, and breezy Halloween, light snow likely for tomorrow, and then the colder air remains through the weekend. So let's take a look at that spooky 7-day forecast. We've got rain and snow tomorrow, unfortunately. We dry out a little bit on Friday, and then Saturday, chance for snow flurries returns. We're stuck in the 30s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Luckily, we warm up a little bit on Monday. And end of the week, we're still in the low 40s and upper 30s, so the cold is here.
That weather is spooky for sure.
It is. So,
That's all we have for tonight. Make sure to join us tomorrow for more news at 5.
And make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at News Central 34 to stay up to date. Have an amazing evening.
I like that it was your idea to do costumes and you're the only one